Hey, we're back just after a short break. All right. So the ambassador from Gigas Subterra has been asking you about what you intend to do with the Freedom Scroll. At this point in time, he's actually taken it out of a bag, and there's a scroll case in front of him, and he's just got his hands politely clasped on top of it.
Science we will sit beside him.
Okay.
Hello.
You're very interesting. Where are you from, Druid?
Volcanica.
I see. Any particular part of Volcanica?
The apple grove. Apple orchard, the foundry. An apple grove near foundry.
Ah.
They make excellent pies there.
He smiles. He knows something.
So it's like,
That druid's an idiot.
Have you ever been to Subterra before?
Amalgamons is beyond our territory, correct?
Oh, it is bordering on our territory, unfortunately. There have been quite a few deaths and disruptions as Amalgamons, as you all know, has erupted and continues to spew forth magma.
Then we've clipped near your territories, maybe unintentionally passed through parts of them.
I see. If you ever want to experience the luxury and, well, get a true tour of the greatness of the Mageocracy, you only need ask. I hear that you're somewhat of a spellcaster.
I like magic.
Indeed. He glances at your holy symbol.
Magic. Yes. If you don't mind me asking, since you didn't pin this yourself, what circle can you cast?
Oh, a rather personal question, isn't it?
Is it quite rude most of the time?
I can cast eighths as well as sevenths and more sevenths.
His notions of boundaries are not like that.
Your paperwork marked you as a non-caster.
Well, I'm not a caster. I simply just cast eighths, sevenths, and more sevenths.
I see. Imperial oversight. A error. Likely had some low-ranking clerk try to quantify you. Something I'm sure you're working on to correct.
Of course. Sunny is going to cast Arcane Sight.
Okay.
Subtle, very subtle.
He's not being very confident.
Let's see if the ring of mind shielding he has blocks this. Detect thoughts, discern lies, at any attempt to magically discern alignment. Nope.
Don't care about his alignment.
Arcane sight. He glances to Barnabus. This is rather rude.
This is way, yeah. This is way.
He's undressing me with his spells.
He has a number of minor auras
yeah.
functioning,
You should.
and then is it just automatic?
It's the highest, whether it's arcane or divine.
Yep, it's arcane.
And the highest level available. So if he's cast a bunch of spells, it might show up as lower.
Yep. Fifth.
Do you have a favorite animal?
Just every NPC I create now. Personality, the thing, their motive, favorite animal. Don't know why. I need to prepare.
Only the spellcasters.
Oh, I do not have a familiar. I find the maintenance on such creatures to be quite taxing.
That it is. Yeah. So the scroll, I mean,
Yeah, he's a fifth circle arcane spell. Correct,
This
yeah.
is totally commendable. I know
Yeah.
we're going to make fun of him for that.
And then he might have some permanent magical effects on his eyes.
Reasonable for an ambassador.
the scroll.
Yes. You do not intend to hand Makath over.
Not immediately, no.
I see. Most disappointing. I suppose we'll have to go through diplomatic channels.
If that's what you wish. Either way, you're not going to get it unless we get the freedom scroll.
If you do decide to hand her over, handing her over to me would be preferred.
Should you prefer it?
The theocracy would most detestfully put her underneath a program and regime that would only result in her becoming a fanatic or a broken creature. It appears that some of you don't want that to happen, he glances at Sunny. We, of course, would have more humane ways of dealing with the criminal.
What precisely did she steal from the Mageocracy?
Anything.
I heard it was secrets.
Yes.
Were there more tangibles?
She also stole our time and energy.
Speaking of which,
Ah. Yes, I enjoyed our little chat. Do note that there is only a single scroll inside of here.
noted with great gratitude.
I look forward to working with you in the future. My superiors would be ever so interested in learning more about you. And any time you wish to come and visit the wonders of the Mageocracy, you simply need to come to me. We'll make the arrangements.
Do you have a card?
Can
Yeah.
anyone come?
Mrs. Cog?
Yeah.
I'm sure there are many wizards in the Mageocracy that would give their pinky finger to study your makeup.
Studies such
I know why we didn't bring Slake.
Oh yes, that would have been disastrous. Oh.
Curious that you are the construction of the same group of wizards. So delicate you are, yet Cog so brutal and bulky.
I'm a combination of what was given to me and what I was. And what I have to be.
You are a fascinating thing, worthy of study.
I'm still an individual.
Of course, respectfully. People can be the subjects of treaties and inquiry.
Every one of us just is what they is.
Okay, tell yourself that.
He smiles at Widget.
I like him.
When you're done serving your Imperial Administrator, Matthias, if you wish to know more about the wizards that crafted you, I'm sure the Mageocracy could find out such information for you.
Well, that's definitely something I'd be interested in.
I know.
After our... You seem to know quite a bit about me.
You are the Imperial Administrator's favorite pets, and most people have spoken about the sum total of your group or individuals incessantly since I've arrived.
Favorite pets? That's funny, that's what I thought she was to us.
Indeed. One day you will outgrow this place. And I'm merely suggesting that you keep the Mageocracy in mind. When the backwater provincial place of S04E48 becomes too troublesome or too small.
The kobolds, how is the uprising going?
I'm not in the hierarchy of the war, but they are troublesome indeed.
They need leadership.
Indeed.
They are a highly magical race.
He sighs. They are very crafty, yes.
That's what fireballs are for.
Indeed. He doesn't seem to like the kobolds.
Alright, so that's it. Lady and gents, can I fucking go?
The ambassador rises. Pleasure, Steelrose Expeditionary League. May your expeditions be profitable.
They tend to be.
That's the nicest thing that was said to us.
I do like him.
He glides up the stairs with his overland flight and just leaves the room.
He's far less duplicitous than the Asmodean.
Is that what you think? Alright.
Well, he's pretty blunt with what he wants. He likes magic. He's got some spells. He didn't lie to me the whole time. You know, very well.
You lot got your freedom scroll.
Yes.
Go get fucking the cat.
Need somebody to cast it.
I didn't like him. This agony.
Why?
He almost refused to look Agony straight in the face the entire time.
Well, they're kind of having a.
Barnabus knows that. He just said to
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he knows the answer. Oh, sorry. He's testing people. He's not asking questions. Isn't it unfortunate that, well, yes, Thogrim's not here. Thogrim was a better wizard.
let's go kill shit and
Let's go rescue my new apprentice.
Alright, let us be clear. Do not get attached to this creature.
She's a fairy.
Who gives a flying fuck?
She can cast both clerical and wizardy spells.
Well, that is unique. It is not that unique.
We were also going to go visit the devils, says Agony. He looks easily at Sunny. You wanted to go give something to the devils?
Oh yes, yes, of course.
Maybe Barnabus should be there for that.
Barnabus, do you want to come deal with the devils?
Not really, but probably better if I do it than you.
he shows up. Hey, Barnabus!
Agony's just looking out for Sunny a little bit.
Barnabus, you should be there to help.
Should we do the Macath thing before or after we talk to the devils? I don't know.
What's quicker?
I think we want the devils off of the material first.
Well, Macaris isn't going anywhere, is she?
And she's in the hand of angels. They're not going to, if they were to pop it open, I know they're kind of disintegrating angels. It's very, I never thought of angels as being disintegrating before.
We had a problem and we got rid of it.
I believe there's some propagandization in there somewhere. Just painful quality, well, we have a bunch of disintegrators. Stick you in the tube and poof, you're gone. Consciousness clean. Yeah.
I didn't like that place either.
Well, it was highly magical and very interesting. It was just very stuffy. And
What did the elf have to say?
We basically need to stop. They're going to give us big honking diamond to stop the Dracolich if we,
Reset an artifact for them.
well, and get the green one. Get the green mask.
Interesting.
Well, trying to keep the one that was wearing it alive.
As for the bonus, we can cut his fucking head off still. Cause that
I never liked green dragons.
Kill green dragons. All right, I can do that.
Although-
Arms bend backward.
Greens are a bit more organized than black dragons are.
And fighting them in the woods is going to be no easy task.
Despite using the word family. What are you going to do? Get Brennis to fly around and try to swat them with his sword in a forest? He's just going to get straight from all angles till he's a pile of goo.
Isn't there a thing you're saying like cogs dragging them along in the forest and they're chasing her or something like that?
Doesn't happen.
Hasn't happened. Yeah.
Yeah, we need some, like, for that whole thing, you're going to need some way to get them into a spot, a tight location, or we're going to need some, you know, more Thogrim style cannon kachungan that forces them to come close.
Just find the lair. Find the lair. You'll find the holds. They protect the holds.
Yes, actually, that's quite easy to do.
Are we gonna go talk to the devils now?
We should talk to the devils. We should cast some spells first, then to go talk to the devil.
Need to cast a spell. Do you ever deal with the devils?
Of course.
And is the deal as simple as I give you this, you fuck off?
And you don't return without asking me permission first.
Okay, well that was a nice bonus for you. Then there should be no problem.
He gets to go be a Baylor.
That being said, I'm gonna
Or
cast a
Pit
spell on
Feast.
myself.
Oh, okay, that's nice. Instead of drinking potions.
Yeah, you guys put on some long-term buffs.
Yep.
You cast your spells, and let me find the map where the devil group is, where the devil camp was. It wasn't in this map. Save.
And the lady doesn't need us to see any other people while we're here.
Nope.
Okay. Come here, I didn't get fooled by the age horse. Very forthright.
Let's see.
Spit circles. You can't fool me. You can barely teleport. How can you possibly fool me?
Barely teleport. You can barely teleport. Chunk, you better not lie to me.
So you're teleporting to the devil camp?
Yep.
Okay. I think a bunch of you are already here. Quintessa's here, right? She was pretty quiet during that.
Yeah.
Strange.
Kill some people, are we?
She is well aware she did not have what they call the social skills. Every time she shows up to court, she goes, "This is where I'm lacking.
Oh no, I can beat up at court.
This is where I'm found wanting."
Well, Circle of Persuasion is cheap and helps out quite a bit
Yeah.
for like basic stuff. You know.
She's good.
Okay. You teleport to the foothills of Amalgamons. Immediately, the ash in the air is kind of being filtered out by your life bubble spells, which I'm assuming you cast these types of spells.
Protection from fire.
Some prot from fires. Every once in a while, there's a buffet of wind that causes your abjurations to glow. You can see the devilish fort. The strange stones that seem to have grown out of the ground. It doesn't look like there's many guards. Like the army might not be home.
Okay. Hello. We have come to speak. We have come to treat with your general.
Two of the bone devils step out of the front gate when you start making noise. Are you approaching?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
much business do you have
Completion of our agreement.
with Sariel's hammer?
Completion of our agreement. We have brought what we owe, and he will uphold his end of the bargain.
Stand down. You can see walking out is a beautiful Arinias with a black bow on her shoulder.
Hello.
Sunny seems to know this person, Barnabus.
Don't be too friendly with him, alright, son?
She's very good with the bow.
No doubt she's having an here to practice.
She glances at your group. Is Widget invisible?
Widget's invisible.
Okay, Widget.
Go here.
And he's
mind blanked.
mind blank invisible.
He's mind blank invisible and shadow invisible.
She sniffed a little bit at the air. She didn't like something that she caught on the wind, but
Hey, what the fuck you doing over there? Over here. The circle of protection.
you can glance inside of the fort a little bit. You could see that it's like blood and scale covered flagstones, a massive emblem that looks like it might be of Asmodeus, and a smattering of tents that may not be just used for sleeping, but they may be used for holding equipment. They're fluttering slightly in the wind. It looks like the place has been abandoned.
You had if you don't mind me observing, your numbers were rather more significant last we were here.
She smiles a very polite, pursed lips smile.
Although I suppose with the ability to teleport pretty much wherever you want, you could...
The mass majority of our troops were forced to make a tactical retreat to Avernus.
Did the order come from here or from Avernus?
Let's just say that a blind army is a difficult army to command effectively.
There's this like this wild grin in her eyes, like almost she's relishing in the defeat of her superior.
Yep. Well,
I can summon the general for you if you wish to speak with him.
yes, we should speak with the general.
He is looking forward to rejoining his legion. I assume you have what is owed to him.
Of course.
I'm sure he wants to have words with you as well, Sunny, Druid of Volcanica. And she smiles a little bit.
Barnabus, give me a sense motive, or anyone with really high sense motive.
Yeah, Barnabus is sense motive.
Why is she smiling so weirdly?
65.
The title Druid of Volcanica was a weird joke to her. There's something funny that
I forced an legion of hell to retreat to Avernus. Am I a joke to you? Possibly.
okay. Best Blackheart disappears. She greater teleport somewhere.
She's very cool.
He'll be waiting inside. Would you like some tea?
We wait here, it's fine.
I think we're okay here.
The Bone Devils.
Yeah.
The Bone Devils smile at that.
We
Yeah.
could probably get out of the wind, I guess. It's not hedged or anything.
Nope.
Okay. We could Sunny will go into the foyer.
Okay. There are scraps and garbage from the
Thank you.
from this place, Sunny. This stone is not from Volcanica.
This isn't the first time you've been here.
the Bone Devils don't explain, or they don't know what you're talking about. They just simply.
Barnabus is looking around.
This stone is probably from Avernus.
Barnabus, you get the sense that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that these sections can actually be curled up into a cube.
Oh, it's like a mobile command center. It just folds up and they take it with them.
Should we be standing in the folding portions? This isn't going to fold up anytime soon, is it? Of course.
This thing doesn't seem to like questions. Okay, hesitantly the party enters into the devilish fort. You can see some much more metal-looking tents that might actually be able to stop arrow fire and maybe some rocks. There's all sorts of implements of torture at the front gate, like signs that kobolds or others have been spiked up onto this wheel. There's a great fire pit that isn't burning, but there's kindling all in it, and then a massive symbol towards Asmodeus. The group moves forward a little bit, and then teleporting in is the general. Alongside is Best Blackheart. I present you General Lashardon, is what Best Blackheart says, and she bows to the general.
Hello.
Barnabas bows to the general.
Yep, everyone bows. The general does a double take on Agony, like he like notices the helm, the mask, gives him one look over. His face scrunches, he's not sure what's going on here. He might be confused a little bit by the presence of a dragon mask of Tiamat. But then his gaze does look down upon Sunny. He had his whip out, he just lashes it off to the side at nothing, and then it kind of coils up on itself, and he sticks it on his belt.
The Legion has withdrawn tactically to Avernus to address other devilish concerns that are no concern to you, mortal.
Of course. My concerns are limited to that of Volcanica. It's the scale, right? I'm not for
Yeah.
get it wrong. Okay. As part of our prior agreement, we wish to I, Druid of Volcanica, as well as the expeditionary something or other, wish to present to you the scale of Kurtulmak that bestows magical powers upon those who adorn it.
It has been identified as an artifact.
As was previously agreed, you will leave and not return without permission.
I'm sure the general does not need to be provided.
Black Bess comes forward, and he just sort of waves a clawed hand towards you. She comes out and puts her hands forward. You put the scale inside of her hands. She shows it to the general. The general nods, and she basically takes it away. She's now behind the general, slowly packing it up into a wrapping and then putting it inside a bag.
You have been most troublesome.
Thank you.
I agree to your terms. I will consult the Grand Druid of Volcanica before returning to this world.
May we have sound and useful conversation and interactions going forward.
Barnabas is kind of just going, yeah, that's going to happen.
Is this the first time he does this? Good job, Sonny.
Barnabas, there's something up. He didn't call Sunny the Druid of Volcanica.
Grand.
He called him the Grand Druid of Volcanica and is refusing to say Sunny's name specifically.
Excuse me. As your attorney, I am going to.
There is no need for an attorney.
Oh.
Our deal is done.
I disagree. The deed is not quite done. You see, you referred to him as the Grand Druid of Volcanica. He's just the Druid of Volcanica. Sunny Goodman.
He is not. We are leaving.
Ooh, we want to get out of the cube. If the cube is doing the cube thing.
He teleports away. The Bone Devils are flying up. Black Bess is, you should leave now.
Time to go.
Bye-bye.
The ground is shaking a little bit.
Actually, we'll fly away so we can
Okay.
watch the thing.
Yeah.
The cube do the
Yeah,
cube thing.
yes,
You don't get to see this very
the
often.
devils do fly up, and the cube, the sides of the cube do go up. It folds into a cube and then shrinks. Black Bess goes down and seizes the cube, and the rest of the growth just seems to erode a little bit, and it leaves behind this stamp.
So
of,
is this some sort of like super instant fortress?
Yes.
I
It's a blood war fort that the devils use when they go to other places and need to construct fortresses quickly.
That's awesome.
We need to make one of these. I need $1 million.
So do I have to change my title to Grand Druid of Volcanica?
Knowledge lawyer. Profession lawyer?
You mean lawyer? What do you know about druids on Volcanica?
I might have to defeat some druid council. There might be some other druid in there. Oh, this could be the fucking worm motherfucker who's like, no, I am the grandest druid of Volcanica.
Is there a Grand Druid of Volcanica? Knowledge.
Nature?
Nature? I can do nature. And I will use a.
I will fucking highlight the other druids if I have to.
Okay, Barnabus is going to take one of his 20s.
Yep.
He is going to spend a mythic point and an inspiration point.
Okay.
I'd roll, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, yeah, and no, he's gonna roll and then he's gonna re-roll.
Sure.
So he can add his int again.
Yep.
Okay.
And then after this, we're gonna eat some pizza.
Yeah.
Pizza
The
look
bite.
good. Pizza look good.
Alright, so plus. Sorry.
I'm the Pope!
How was I supposed to know there was a pump? How the fuck was I supposed to know? I just decided, you know,
6 plus 4. Oh, plus 40. 114.
It is called the Old Faith. There is a loose structure of druids that are on Volcanica. Volcanica is a big planet. It's got wildlife and seas and oceans and skies and mountains. The hierarchy of the Old Faith is aspirants, ovates, initiatives through the 1st through 9th circle, druid, archdruid, a great druid for major location of each of the areas of Volcanica, and then the grand druid of Volcanica.
that one's me. That's Sunny right there.
There's also an offshoot. They're called the 4 Hierophants of the elements. They are somewhat removed from the hierarchy and are typically considered to be more senior than the great druids. It's uncommon for a grand druid to come from the Hierophant line, but when they do, they are very powerful opponents. These 4 Hierophants are ones that have proven mastery over an element. The way that one becomes a druid, an archdruid, a great druid, or a grand druid is typically through some sort of ritualistic combat or opposing trial, depending on the situation and the location.
So,
What you gathered from that devil, now that you've pieced this together, is you're pretty sure that the devil general tattletaled on Sunny.
My guess is there are some druids who have some questions.
I will answer any of their questions.
Well, if you'd like some help with that, I would love to.
I wouldn't. I don't like.
Although Sunny did force an agreement that when this Cornugon comes back with his legion, he's going to talk to the chief druid.
Yes,
and
to
make
talk
sure
to
it's
whoever
okay.
the top druid is.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
I hope the Grand Druid who currently is there isn't a water druid, because that would suck real bad, being underwater, being like, let's druid it up, and being able to breathe
How's
underwater.
Sunny with one-on-one combats?
How's your fort save? that's his question.
Got it. Druids have good fort saves, right?
Yep,
Typically
druids
the
have
class?
good fort
Okay. All right, we're going to take a quick break here, and then we'll...
One combat.
we've got the interrogation of Macath, and then...
Devil Quest.
Devil Quest. Which will happen at the same time as the other group goes and
Dragon
deals with
Quest.
the forest. So the decision you'll have is which group is going to go fight green dragons in the forest, which group is going to go fight Geodragon creatures in the hell on the Hell Quest for Barnabus.
Both.
Yes. All right, so we'll end the recording
We
here.
want Brennos. No, we want Brennos.
It's kind of it.
Thogrim, it's like Barnabus goes one.
Oh, and then there's the lens. I don't know at what point you're going to go and stick the lens into the thing. So there's a bunch of still things left in downtime. All right, so we're going to end the recording here and take a quick break for food and stuff.